Thanks, Rick. Coach Odom mentioned competition over and over again. How has that played into a healthy kind of practice for your defensive backs throughout fall camp?
Well, they all got to be ready to go every day. Because there's so much competition there, because there's no solidified spot. Those guys got to be on, and they got to be on all the time. Otherwise, create room for somebody to bypass you. So that's definitely been good for us. You see a lot less mental errors. You see a lot more studying, and you see a whole lot of hustle plays because of competition.
You guys are losing a player in Arian Penson, had a third of your interceptions last season. Who do you expect to step up this season and really give quarterbacks some scares and pick off some balls?
I think all our guys are doing a good job right now. Obviously, Marcus Stacey is a talented kid. Chila's got experience and technician out there, and we got Christian Holmes and Fine Scribbling, Gerard Alden, and two young guys that are all competing for playing time. So I'm excited what they're doing right now. We've been having some good competition with our wideouts. I think that helps having to go against those guys every day. It just makes both of us better.
You had to throw a name out though. I like finding out. You don't like picking kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I think our turnover report is pretty even. So it's a good thing that there's a lot of competition there and guys want to help them.
Coach, are you kind of making a shift? Obviously in the past you've had Arian Penson and Gaines, they're kind of smaller corners, and now you have AC's kind of bigger and Holmes is bigger. Is that kind of the way you guys are looking to go as far as size getting a bit bigger than
that's kind of the way we're recruiting. Receivers, especially in this conference, are all tall, big guys. So they're hard to find. It's hard to find the lengthier corner that still has the athletic skill set to be able to move in space. But I think our coaching staff and our recruiting department did a good job of evaluation, and so we are trying to get longer, trying to get bigger in the second half.
I think Jamon Moore to play defense this year.
Nah, he's too soft. Watch your mouth, man. No, he's good, man. It's good competition in practice.
What do you think of this guy?
Rashad's doing a great job.
Wow,
looking forward to watching him on Saturdays. He comes out here, great attitude every day. He competes hard, real athletic, and he's fun to go against, fun to coach against, and always has a great attitude.
How has your role changed at all? Co-defensive coordinator is pretty much the same, or do you do anything else now?
It's still the same input. Everybody has a voice in our defensive staff room. Obviously adding the corners to the safeties is having a whole back end is a little adjustment in terms of instead of being responsible for 8 kids, you're responsible for 16. It's a lot more yelling, which is why my voice is gone right now. But I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it, and I think our guys are buying into what we're doing schematically, and they're great to have in the film room, and it's brought them closer. Being in the same room and hearing the same message. Communication's been awesome.
How have you seen Anthony Sherrills grow? Since you got here now as a senior.
From a maturity standpoint, I think that's where he's grown the most. Just how to approach the day in and day out of what it means to be a student athlete. Early on, when I first got here, there was a lot of give and take, a lot of back and forth, and now there's no back and forth. If he's wrong, he's wrong. He knows he's wrong, but that doesn't happen near as often. So now he's just out there playing freely, and his game has grown exponentially because of that.
Coach, in this defense specifically, what's the key is when you're secondary, corner, safety? What's the key, for them to be successful in this defense?
Well, we're pretty multiple, so you got to be well versed in a lot of different techniques and understand where your help is in a lot of different schemes. So you really got to be a student of the game. You got to understand concepts. You got to learn concepts instead of memorizing your position. I think bringing all the secondary together has helped that in terms of cutting down the mental mistakes and not getting beat, on an out route when you're supposed to be outside leverage.
Between Christian and DeMarcus, it seems that you guys want to have either or one of those guys produce at a high level this year. Do they kind of feel that sort of pressure? Do you notice that?
Definitely. They come out and compete, and along with Logan Cheadle, he's played his butt off in the springtime and in fall camp. So Out of those 3 guys, I think they'll probably get the lion's share of the reps. But it's still early. We've only had this is 6 practice, maybe something like that. So we're only a week in the fall camp. So the other guys are still competing very hard. So we'll see where it ends up. Through this week, through our first scrimmage, and here in a couple of weeks where the rotation is.
Do you work at all with Caleb and those guys at that hybrid position, trying to teach them some of that whenever they're going to have to drop back as a defensive back, or do you kind of stay out of that?
No, that's Coach Brian Overs. Those are his guys, so he does a good job with that.
What do you see on film from that position that makes you guys confident that that's going to work out for you this year?
Well, it allows us to be more versatile. Tighter in coverage. We're not hindered in what we can call because you've got a bigger athletic body out there. So it just causes different looks for the offense. It makes the quarterback hold the ball a little bit longer, and it gives us a better chance to quarterback.
Coach, as far as obviously last year some of the bigger weaknesses of the team were kind of turnovers and then tackling. How can you fix those things in fall camp like that? Because there's no way to really replicate a live game action, but how can you work on that in practice?
Well, we work on tackling every day, whether it's a circuit or in individual periods. And then, a lot of it is just being in the right place within the scheme. So you got to cut down on the mental mistakes. You got to understand, where your leverage point is and where your help's at. So I think we do that, and we have been doing that. I think the tackling and the turnovers will be higher because you'll be in the right position.
Thanks, Coach.